How much of a learning experience was that fight against Buchholz? Because that was not an easy fight.
No, not by any means at all. It was a very tough fight. If you've seen the fight yourself, in the first round, I broke my nose in the first round, so it was a very tough fight. But obviously, that fight showed a lot of heart, and I come back the second round and won with the dash choke.
What's the toughest part, or what's it feel like fighting with a broken nose?
Well, it is quite hard. I'd say the main thing is it was hard to breathe. But, I think when the adrenaline's pumping, you get past it.
Yeah. How much did it hurt afterwards? Because once the adrenaline goes, I'm sure the nose hurts like hell.
Yeah. I couldn't feel it for the next couple of days.
Oh, yeah?
But it's back to normal now, 100%.
Yeah? What's it look like? Does it look okay?
Yeah, it looks cool.
Was that the first time you had a broken nose?
Yeah, that was the first time. First time it's ever been broke.
Do fighters actually worry about how they look after something like that? Because I know in the case of like Vanderlei Silva just had surgery to fix his nose after years. I'm sure he's had it broken freaking dozen times. I know if you look at Rich Franklin against Silva, I think it was the first fight. I think he had his nose broken so badly that
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? It was very bad break. I mean,
and now it looks now Rich looks totally different though too. So I almost wonder, do fighters worry about how they look after a broken nose?
Every fight is different. I mean, the main thing on my mind was the fact that I won that fight. That was the most important. Whether my nose would cross my face or not was the last thing on my mind at the time. But
Yeah, I guess if you're worried about your looks in UFC or MMA, you probably shouldn't.
You're in the wrong game. Yeah, you're in the wrong game, I think.
So what was it like? 3 weeks later or basically a month later was UFC 100. You came to Vegas for that, right?
Yeah, I was out in Vegas to watch the fights, and obviously that was the first time I'd seen my opponent of now, Shannon Gugerty, fight. So when I found out I was fighting Shannon Gugerty, alarm bells come to me that I'd actually seen him live at UFC 100.
That's Terry Etim with us. So what else did you do in Vegas while you were here?
I was basically out there just took a little break while I was out to see the show, a bit of sightseeing, and then it was back to England to get back into training. No
thoughts of staying for a week or two and doing some training here at one of the gyms?
No, well, I have actually been out to Vegas before.
Yeah.
To train. I trained out with Mark Lehman at Cobra Kai, which was a great experience. I was out there for maybe 3 or 4 weeks.
Oh, okay.
So it's great.
So what was that like? It's compared, because obviously you have a good ground game. You've got a couple of submissions of the night in UFC. What was it like training in the U.S. with someone like Lehman?
It was great, I mean, Mark's a great coach, and there's lots of good guys there to train with, so it was a great experience.
All right, so we've mentioned Shannon Gugerty a couple times. Tell people out there what kind of fighter Shannon is. You got to see him at UFC 100. Does he have an area that he's better than you at?
I wouldn't say so. I mean, a lot of people who are looking at the fight might think he's got a better ground game, but after Saturday night, I might be able to change the mind, But taking nothing away from him, he's a brown belt under Dean Lister, so he's got some very good skills, and I believe he's 5-0 in Muay Thai as well, so he's definitely an opponent to be taken serious. He's had 15 fights and he's won 12 of them, so this is one of my toughest fights to date.
How do you gauge the whole belt system? I mean, you say he's a brown belt, and you've mentioned that you've worked with Lehman in the past. Have you rolled with someone who's a brown belt, or have you?
Yeah,
hey Terry, when was the last time you rolled with someone and you were like, oh my God, I'm getting destroyed here?
Do you know what? To be honest, every single day I've rolled with some of the best guys in the world. I've got some of the best black belts in Luta Livre who are over at the moment from Brazil to come and at me train for this camp. So when I'm in the fight, Shannon Gugerty isn't going to be anything that I'm going to be surprised by. Day in, day out, this is how I train. I train with some of the best in the world on the ground.
So the fight card's in Manchester. Your first UFC fight was in Manchester, if I'm correct, right?
In Manchester, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you think of all the cities you fought in the UK, is Manchester the most hardcore MMA city or not?
I'd say it is definitely one of them. I mean, everyone in Manchester, this is going to be absolutely sold out. And where I'm from, Liverpool is only 30 minutes down the road as well, and that's such a big fighting city as well. So you know, Manchester and all the surrounding cities are absolutely huge on MMA. So, you know, on Saturday night, it's an absolutely massive night for the MMA and for the UFC.
Well, they get great crowds there. We're talking to Terry Etim. Let's close on this. A couple of notes. Was your first career fight in Manchester?
No, but one of my fights was in Manchester as well, in the same arena, which Mike Tyson refereed as well, which I won that fight in the first round as well. So I've got many good memories of the MEN and of Manchester.
No, I start chuckling when I hear that because I've seen the video. First of all, how did they get Mike Tyson to, because that had to be a pretty small card, how did they get Mike Tyson to referee an MMA fight?
You know what? I'm not too sure about that. You'd have to ask the people who organised it.
Yeah, somehow I don't think he went through the licensing process, if there was one, because he didn't look like he knew what the hell he was doing.
No, I mean, I think there was a referee on the outside as well at the time who was kind of giving him some instructions.
So did you even get to talk to Tyson, or what was it like being around him?
Yeah, I had a little word with him after the fight, and he was a really nice guy. He was really down to earth, and it was great.